Trends in Early Childhood Education by Liz Ferreira. Definition of trend in early childhood. Early childhood trends can be defined as the constant change in certain practices, such as when they are introduced new learning environments to better help the students learn. In these next slides, we will learn more about what kind of trends there are. The first one, social emotional learning, SEL for short. In this learning style, there are 3 different ways that are introduced, which are, the first one would be empathy and kindness. Okay, it would be activities such as role play and guided discussions that portray to building compassion. The second one, for this one, would be resilience and regulation. Activities to help the students learn to manage emotions and to become self-aware of their surroundings. The third one in this one is sense of community. It's activities to help the students have a strong and positive relationship with their peers. The second trend would be models of education, so like STEM would be one of them. The first one on this one is hands-on play. So like certain experiments that are hands-on for when the students are going to be messing with like water or sand. Those would be some of them. They would get STEM from that. Technology integration would be the next one. Age-appropriate problem-solving toys or activities, basically. For the third one, inquiry focus. For teachers to encourage the students to think for themselves and ask questions, but also learn the outcomes of their activities as well. The third trend is school-wide initiatives. Okay, the first one on this one is trauma-informed practices. This helps teachers to be able to adjust their teaching approach, but also recognize certain trauma triggers and work to make the student feel safe, along with being able to return to their schoolwork. The second one on this one is nature-based and outdoor learning. The students can express interest in nature, gain their emotional environment awareness, and participate in more physical activities, growing their motor skills. The third one, early mental health support. This often puts the students in an early screening to know in advance if they need help or something like that. It also helps them early on to develop coping methods with their issues, and goes hand in hand with psychologists. The fourth trend would be play in the classroom. Activities meant to be fun, but also help develop certain skills such as role play, building social and emotional skills. For the second one on this one, activities that have to do with guided play to help with their problem-solving activity. For the third one, activities that relate to reading or counting, such as like the library section or the building blocks section. The fifth trend will be cultural responsiveness and indigenous perspectives. The first one for this one is activities set up for the students to learn about their culture or someone else's culture. The second one on this one, activities that include aspects of the different cultures, so every student will feel included but also learn more about different cultures. The third one on this one Activities that encourage students to learn to respect their identity and other cultures. The sixth trend would be parent and family engagement through digital tools. Okay, the first one on this one is two-way communication, which provides apps and other ways to actively communicate with the teacher and vice versa. The third one on this one is digital portfolios. Families can look at their students' work anytime. And then the third one is progress update. Families can be more aware of what their student is up to during school hours, including attendance and learning achievements. So they could get a message saying so-and-so did good on a test or something like that. They could be able to reward them, or vice versa. And the seventh trend is blended and hybrid early learning models. Okay, the first one on this one is online learning. It provides activities such as learning videos, cool math games website, and face-to-face sessions. The second one on this, support for parents, is co-educators. Provides parents with the necessary tools to help their student practice their learning skills. The third one on this one would be greater flexibility for families with unique needs. And it has availability for learning online and can have more time on activities. Okay, the eighth trend is focusing on exciting function development. The first one would be working memory, where you would be providing memory games or activities for the students to improve their cognitive memory. The second one would be planning and problem solving, creating a certain activity for the students to be able to plan out and solve their own. The third one would be impulse control. Practices with the students taking turns and teaches students patience. The ninth trend would be sustainability and eco-literacy. The first one on this one would be recycling, which teaches students how important it is to help keep the earth safe and clean. The second one would be gardening. Teaches students how they can grow food and also where it comes from. The third one would be water conservation. Teaches the students the importance of keeping the earth clean and to learn the difference of clean water versus dirty water. The 10th trend would be language and literacy enrichment through storytelling tech. So the first one on this one would be audiobooks and interactive readers. So this provides the students with more intense storytelling with an actual voice and sound effects. Then there's storytelling apps, which brings images into pictures so that the student can put a face to the character they're reading about. And it also adds in sound effects. The next one will be child-created stories, which it creates activities that encourage students to work on writing their own stories. In conclusion, there are many technologies that are advanced enough to help our early childhood teaching communicate appropriately, which are: the first one would be learning management skills, which would be Google Classroom, Canvas, Blackboard. The second one would be parent-teacher communication apps, which ClassDojo, Remind, Bluemix. The third one would be video conferencing tools, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet. Okay, for the Christian worldview and communication, it's by keeping the communication open and acting professional as well as respectful, we are able to show a good Christian outcome. Now for the legal considerations. Educators have to think about certain legal limits, such as Family Educational Rights Act and Privacy Act and Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Both of the laws here are supposed to protect the privacy of the students under the teacher's care. And here are my references. Thank you.